Hello, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to talk about testimonials and how to get them the right way. Yesterday we looked at contact forms, and you probably thought everybody does contact forms the same way. But if you do it the right way, these little things, it'll make a big difference in your business. Testimonial is another one. It's one thing to get them, but it's another one to get the right ones. And Austin here, he comes up with some great towns. We got Navarre
Thanks,
Beach,
Navarre.
Florida. Wow, it sounds really nice there. And this is the first one I clicked on, Fisher and Kelly. We're going to see what the reviews look like here and see if they just look like the average review. Friendly staff, taxes filed. Okay, that looks like a really good one. But you get the idea. People are going to write different things. A lot of times they will just write something very simple like, she's great. I really recommend her. And that testimonial doesn't do much. Um, it still helps to get something, but there's no context there. There's nothing to connect it up. What actually was done? It could have even been a relative said she's great. I like her a lot. Those type of things. Generic phrases don't help you all that much. So what we're going to look at is what makes a great testimonial and how to get those great testimonials. So first off, you would like to get as much information as you can, such as who's it from. We know who these are from right off the bat. Google Business Profile is great at that. You'd like a before and after, and it doesn't have to be a picture or anything, but just what problem were they dealing with? And let's see. So, see if we got one with a problem. Oh yeah, I went here recently to get my taxes filed, and seeing as I file a 1099, I was worried this would complicate the process. That's perfect. So we got a before problem. They didn't know how to handle that. And I'm sure we got the after. I'm not going to go through. Oh, here we go. After. That one's perfect. And, explain what happened. So this would be the perfect type of thing. And then when you give the result, that puts it all together. So the who, a before after, a result, and that's perfect. That's exactly what you would like to get. Now, you would like to get those, but how do you get those? And that's a good question, and that's what we're going to hear. That's what we're going to answer today. So, this person does a really good job. They must actually be specifically hunting these out to get these really good reviews. But oftentimes on bookkeepers, I will see a great bookkeeper, professional, nice staff, something like that. And although that's not the worst in the world, that's still nice to get. Getting these specific ones is where you really want to get to. And I'm going to turn it over to Austin to tell you how to do that.
So how to collect better testimonials? Ask at the right moment, like after something good happened to win, tax season is wrapped up. They were caught up in messy books, and you help clean it out. Give them a simple prompt or question to answer, like please leave me a Google review, something like that. Some questions to ask. What were your biggest frustration before we started? What changed since we started? And what would you tell another business owner who's on the fence? Um, you can ask via text or email, and you can even ask for video testimonials. Although I wouldn't ask them for Google. You can put them on your site though. Um, Speaking of on your site, you can put your testimonials on your homepage, like not the first thing, not the hero page. Let's see if this has it. This is an accountant, not a bookkeeper, but it's fine. Okay, bad example. Um, or your services page. You can match it to the service. Even your contact or booking page. Some people have their own dedicated testimonials page, and a lot of people also just link their Google reviews to their website, which there's actually a plugin for that, which I messed with. What is it called? Do you remember?
There's a number of them, but we'll put it in the we'll give you a link to that underneath this video. We'll give you a link how to get that plugin because I can't think of what it is off the top of my head, but I know we have it.
Okay. Well, now I gotta remember to put in the link. Display best practices. Just include their real name. Add a photo, because it just adds trust. So, like for instance, Jamie Lawrence. I don't know who this is, but she's got a nice mugshot. Not mugshot, a headshot. Mugshot would be completely different. Include their business type or industry. Just have like a little format, and don't stuff too many in. Get your best 3 to 5 on your website.
So Austin pretty well described it, exactly what you want to do. So as a bookkeeper, you kind of get familiar with the person, so you got a chance to get better testimonials than even like a plumber or whatever who's working on a job, not really paying attention. You actually have to talk to the people quite a bit, work with them. You get a much better rapport with the people than most other service people. So I like the questions that he asked, and I think those are probably the best ones. What's your biggest frustration before we started working together? What changed since we started? And what would you tell another small business owner who's on the fence? If you could ask them for a review, and if they could answer those 3 questions on it, it'd be so helpful to you, and you would really appreciate it. And most people will do that, and you've built up a relationship. Most of these people are very happy with what you did for them. Let's see. Let me just look at another one and see how theirs looks. Of course, it's taken a while to load, as luck would have it. All right, I think we're okay. Here we go. Michael Robinson. And let's see the reviews here. We'll get an idea of the typical reviews. The last one seemed okay. These seem really nice too. So you can see, they built up a nice rapport, and they've been able to get very nice reviews. Both of these different ones had. I've seen plenty of reviews that said good bookkeeper, would recommend something like that, and that's not going to help you too much going forward. These ones will that they go far beyond like that. And let's see, thoughtful strategic guidance that goes far beyond basic tax preparation. So you can see that's excellent. But that's what we're trying to get to. Just like the contact form with testimonials, if you go that extra mile, it'll bring you in extra dollars. We'll see you tomorrow.